Let's move on to big bikes.
Bikes.
All right, here are the facts for Paid in Full. We have 10 for you today. All right, number 10, true story. Paid in Full is based on the story of AZ Faison Jr., Alberto Martinez, and Richard Porter, and their control over much of the drug trade in New York City in the 1980s. Faison is actually a credited writer for an early draft of the film's screenplay.
100% correct, man. Good research.
Number 9, big money. The real-life Ace Boogie made $100,000 per week selling cocaine. That's over $5 million a year.
Right, and then like 30, 40 years later, another rapper named himself that, I guess, in tribute. His name is Ace Boogie.
And I wonder if he really made off with those diamonds. I do wonder how much of the story is true. And
I'm going to say he didn't, because then the attackers would really come back and kill you, because they really want to know where the rest of their diamonds were at.
Yeah.
Which in the end probably got Lulu killed.
Number 8, a dash of creative liberties. AZ Faison Jr., a.k.a. Ace, accused producer Damon Dash of massively altering and watering down the script. According to Faison, his original script was a cautionary tale against drugs, as well as a social commentary on the impact that drugs have had on the black community. Faison said the end result was nothing more than a marketing tool for Dash to promote Cameron, a then newcomer to Dash's label Rockefeller Records.
Well, I have to disagree with that, because number one, when you sell your screenplay, that's just it, you sell it. True Blood isn't the same as True Blood. Books aren't always translated into movies, I mean, the way that the core fans like. So at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself as a screenplay artist, do you want to see your story being told, or if it's watered down so much, do you want to remove yourself from it? And furthermore, one thing I will say is this is like, I just, at that point in time in life, Cameron as a rapper to me was just like, all right, you're just a run-of-the-mill rapper. So when I found out he was in the film, I was not expecting anything. But when I tell you, he literally turned my eye open as an actor myself. I'm like, yeah, this motherfucker can act, and you'd have a longer career in acting than you had in rap. So you might want to think about that, Cam. We're shooting some movies still.
I will say that the end result was a great film, but I have thoughts that kind of correlate with this fact that I'll get into and what we would have changed.
Okay.
Number 7, Half Full. Paid in Full condenses real-life events to span over 7 years into 12 months. For instance, in the film, Ace becomes a dealer in 1986, but this actually happened in 1983 after he saw Scarface. The downfall of the main characters didn't transpire in real life until the years 1989 to 1992. So that goes back to the last fact of how this story was greatly condensed. That there was a lot of liberties taken to take what happened in 7 years transpire in the course of a year. And again, that's something I'll get into more on what I would like to see change.
Hollywood has been whitewashing for years. Put Will Smith with a Latina. He can't be with a strong black woman. It's not going to sell.
Yeah.
Thought I'd put it out there. I got you, Will. I got you.
Number 6, a time and place. When Mitch and Ace are talking in the red BMW, if you look in the background, you will notice what appears to be a 90s model Ford Explorer, as well as a second-generation Nissan Pathfinder, which didn't hit the streets until 1995. Who knew that Paid in Full was actually a science fiction film featuring time travel? What they should have had was the DeLorean in the background.
No, flux capacitor, that would have been dope. Shout out Doc Everett Brown.
We don't need roads.
Where we're going, I'll get them, guys. Don't worry about it.
Number 5, tribute. The "World Is Yours" logo on the coffee mug. When in the bathroom, when what's his fucking face comes and beats the shit out of Mitch. Yeah, that hit the mug in his bathroom. That is a
direct callback.
Yes, to the Cook Tours logo from the 1932 original Scarface.
Mm-hmm. Good job, man. Very good job. Product placement, not even product placement, it's just very good product placement.
And it looks like they kind of they like made that like, because it kind of looked like it was recently
melded together. Like, yeah, I did see that. Like we got
like
our witness thing before
screen print or something. Yeah. That was just like that shit on. It's a good idea.
It's a sticker. Yeah.
Number 4, YEEZUS approves. A poster for Paid in Full can be seen in Kanye West's 2005 music video for Through the Wire.
Well, of course. I mean, at that point in time, he had just been given his Rockefeller chain a few years prior to that, and he was down with the camp. So yeah,
That's probably true. It's probably more of a Rockefeller placement than a Kanye
placement,
choice.
but
Yeah.
he still approves. Well, Jesus does.
Yeah. Number 3, for real? Cameron stated that he really wanted the part, so he went for a wow factor at his audition. How did he do this? He brought his real gun from home and waved it during his reading. So actors out there, if you really want the part, hold your casting directors hostage at gunpoint.
One. Just hearing that, one must really want to think, who's acting, Rico or Cameron?
Yeah, yeah. Well, and I found that out in an interview that he did before I saw the movie, which only added to like the
Mystique
the
of
f***ed upness of Rico. Like, oh, this guy really is a wild card. The guy that's playing this guy is a wild card.
There you go. Great casting.
Number 2, Paid in Full. And that joke will make sense when it's.
Well, you didn't even say it right. It still sounds like you said fool.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah.
It says full.
Paid in Full.
No, it says fool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it'll make sense when it comes up on the screen with the 2 O's.
Ah, damn it. Why didn't you tell me that? He's doing editor's choice again. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Number 2, Paid in Full. Full. Producers apparently got the last laugh. In 2016 interview, Cameron stated that he was paid just $8,500 for his part in the film. However, he said he was grateful just to have the opportunity so early in his career, having just released his first album.
I didn't realize that he had did that. For some reason, he had done so many mixtapes and other things like that. I didn't realize it was his first album. But again, yet again, I think it's his best acting part I've ever seen.
Well, and I heard that they shot the movie in 2000, even though it wasn't released till 2002. So he may have had more out by the time that the movie came out. But
okay, something tells me, never mind. We'll discuss it.
Number 1, Not Full Yet. So I know you're going to love this one because you love sequels. A sequel to Paid in Full just might be in the works. In May of this year, Cameron revealed during an IG Live with Pandora's J1 that he is currently in talks regarding a follow-up to the 2002 cult hit. How in the hell that would even happen, I don't know. And I also have an alternative that I wish that they would, an alternative route that I wish that they would do instead. Again, I will get into that in the what I would like to have changed in this movie.
Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. I definitely fucking hate sequels. And first and foremost, like, who wants to see Rico after how he went out? Like, motherfucker said, now listen, I ain't snitching on nobody from Harlem. Now I give you some cats getting busy in DC, but shit, when I come home, I'm still gonna be the king, and thus the confidential informant was born. Thanks, Cam.
Find us in all these links. It's coming up right now.
That's the trailer.